Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever in the world you are. I am in Kasa, India. Today I want to respond to a video that was circulating on the internet. So just to give a little bit of backstory, in this video you will see Abba, who is a YouTube content creator, dancing with the wife of Destiny, who is also a YouTube content creator. And Destiny and his wife, they are in a polyamorous relationship. But from the video, you will see.
Guys over here,
Isn't
just
that
fucking
weird?
perfect forms.
I haven't done it in so long though.
Wait, what kind of ballroom? What are you doing?
All the 10 dances. I was
That's
competing
a
all
lot.
of them.
That's a lot. Which
Yeah.
one's your favorite? You one of them foxtrot
My
motherfuckers? You be
favorite
like,
one? I don't know if I had a favorite one.
you ever seen her
They're all
dance?
Okay, so watch Destiny's face. This one, the guy with the blue hair is Destiny.
very different. No, you've never seen it. I haven't done it in years, is the thing. So I'm very curious if I started. But like I can understand, like if we danced, you would be able to like what do you
Lead
call it?
you.
Like yeah, exactly, really well, because I would probably figure out like the basic steps and I would figure out like how to do everything.
All right, let's find out.
No.
Find out.
No, we gotta
Uh-oh.
No. Okay.
Mel time.
Okay, so you see his face. You see how, look at his expression here. Just keep watching him. I know Abba's got some moves, so don't get distracted by him.
Why would I say this?
Mel time.
Okay.
It's Mel
Oh,
time.
so you got the full
form. Okay.
So
we're just doing salsa. We're just going.
Yep. Right. Yeah?
Yeah. See?
Is that okay? Yeah.
There you go. Hey.
Right? It
You
kind
see?
of works. Yeah.
5, 6,
Maybe.
7, 1. 5, 6, 7, 1. 5, 6, 7. Hey, she can really do it.
Nice.
She can really do
Really
it.
kinda
No,
do it.
don't be so
Yeah.
shy. You got this.
Because I've done it so long!
That's fine. That's fine. I can tell you were like a little bit strange, but you good.
Yeah.
Yeah, really concentrate on his expressions. Did you see? Some people, because they slowed it down, it was easier to see. So now we've watched the video, and Abba, you have some sick moves, dude. You are really cool. And even Destiny's wife, I mean, considering that she's not a salsa dancer, she's looking good. But then this is the thing with dancing, being a dancer myself. I used to be a classical ballet dancer. Then I went into jazz dancing, which is now my main dance art form. I also do contemporary, which I don't really like, but you know, when you're a dancer, you have to do everything. I do social dance, but as in social. Like I will go to social dance functions and dance the social dance, but I'm not trained in it. I just enjoy myself socially. The same goes for the Latin dances. I have zero training in it, but I love doing to Latin clubs and just dancing. And obviously, I'm quite good at the Latin and the social dances, although I have no training in it, because you know, once you have formal training in any other dance form, a dance genre, like especially ballet and then jazz. So I have extensive ballet formal training and jazz training. So when you combine the two, I mean, you've got a perfect match because one is form and function and one is style. Okay, so you put the two together. Okay, so anyway, enough about me. But just props to the dancers who were dancing. Now, the whole internet went crazy because of Destiny's reaction to when they were dancing. Now, everybody knows that Destiny and his wife are in a polyamorous relationship, which means although they are married, They are both free to have sexual relations outside of the marriage. Okay, whether that's right or wrong, it's not for us to say because it's not our business. It's not my marriage. It's not your marriage. This is their marriage. But this is how they conduct their marriage. They have consented to being with each other, but also they have given each other consent to be with other people as well, as long as they always come back to each other. Now, whether they have been doing threesomes or orgies or whatever as well, I don't know because I don't really follow Destiny. Quite frankly, I don't really like him that much. But that's another story. But I'm just basing it on this video and what was said on the internet. So now, this was a live stream, so people were watching and then they were already commenting. And there was a lot of comments about why is he allowing his wife to dance with another guy and blah, blah, blah. Like, and this came about because in the video, I'm sure you can see, Destiny's expression just does not look like he is having a good time. My personal opinion would be that he looks like someone who has come to a realization, like a light bulb went off in his head. Because just what I'm thinking, this might not be true because I don't know anything about how they conduct their sexual relationships with other people and within their marriage. But to me, it's like he has never actually seen his wife in the arms of another man. Now, I'm not saying they were just dancing. They were just dancing. And dancing can be perceived, especially when you do Latin dance, it does have a certain of a, in Malay they say rasa, a certain sexuality about it. It has to be sensual because, it's Latin, Latin dances are all very sensual. And it's just the way you move because everything you move from the hips. The upper body stays still and you move from the hips. So obviously when you're moving from the hips, you have to swing the hips. So it's kind of, it's sensual, it has that kind of sensuality to it. Anyway, so I'm just thinking maybe this is the first time that he has actually seen her in the arms of another man. And because although they have this relationship, it has never probably crossed his mind how she would be with another man or how another man is with her when they are together. Because sometimes we think these things, but it's only when it's in your face, then it's like, whoa. I'm sure we've all experienced this. Where you have one perception of your partner and then suddenly you see him or her interacting with someone of the opposite sex and you stand back and you're like, okay, like you see your partner in a different light. Because maybe suddenly they have a different body language or they're smiling big or something, but it has nothing to do with them being interested in the other person. It's just it's the interaction. It's not something that you've seen before because you are always with them. You're not a spectator. So this is what I thought when the first expression that came on his face. It was like a dawning, a realization, and then he just looked sad, like, I don't know, this is just my perspective, and maybe this is what other people were picking up as well, because some of us are a bit more empathetic, and he looked sad. Even I'm talking about it now, I feel sad for him because he just looked sad. And then he looked broken. And okay, in this video, there's no music, but it doesn't help when other people took the same video and they added music to it. And it was this sad music. So maybe it was also the whole ambience of the music because I'm very affected by music. So maybe it was this whole music thing that also just made it just look from a dawning, a realization, to sadness, to a man that just looked broken. Again, like I said, that's just my perspective. It doesn't mean that is what really happened. I'm just saying. And also, there are many other people who probably felt exactly the same I felt. And then Abba made a video, a response video to this because he's the man in the video. And he made a beautiful video about dancing, why we dance, what dancing is about. And I'm going to link that video down below. You all have to go and watch that video. Because he is spot on about why we dance, well, why most of us dance, and why a lot of our cultures is very movement orientated. Our expression is through movement. I'm African. We dance all the time because our hearts beat to the rhythm of the African drum. So it goes without saying, we dance for everything. Happy, sad. I mean, you've seen an African funeral. You don't know if it's a funeral or if it's a party. Even when we are toying or rioting, whatever, there's somebody there, yeah, free Mandela, free Mandela. That's just how we are. So this video that Abba made, when he was explaining about dancing and all that, because some people, there were people like me who were just looking at Destiny's expression, and our opinion is that it broke him because maybe he never realized that this is the situation with him and his wife. And then, and someone did say it speaks more about their relationship than about the dancing. So I'm in that camp. Then there's the other camp that were like, how can you let another man touch your wife and blah, blah, blah. It's like, hello, the dude is already allowing his other men to sleep with his wife. Why should he care that they are dancing together? Okay. But then on the other hand, you know, the internet is global. Maybe these are people from different cultures and different religions, because in some religions and some cultures, a man and a woman who are not married or related to each other are not allowed to touch each other. So we have to also keep an open mind about that. Okay, but then the last thing that I think is maybe it had nothing to do with the dancing. Because maybe Destiny was just watching. I mean, he was busy setting up his stream for something else. So he was probably, because they are behind him, he was probably looking or reading or looking for something that for the next part of the stream, because it's live. So he has to do everything live. It's like now I'm talking here, but maybe I want to drink. So I'm drinking. I have to look to put down the cup. So my concentration is not here. It's more here. So maybe that's that's why his face looked like that. Maybe he's just concentrating. I mean, you know, it could be many things. But for me, I'm gonna say if it is the first thing, which is this dawning, this realization of this relationship he's having with his wife. Why I say it's because, like I say, I'm a dancer. I'm also married. My husband has seen me dance many times, not really performing. He's not interested in my performance, but you know, we go out, we're dancing, there's other people. He doesn't dance, he just sits. He's a sitter. He likes to watch. He loves he's a very good audience member. That's why I think we get along well, because he's the frame, I'm the picture. Okay? And it's a pas de deux, because in a pas de deux, the man is always the frame and the woman's the picture. So without dancing, we are already doing a pas de deux. Maybe that's how marriage is. We've managed to stay married together for so long, 32 years, and we know each other for 34 years. Anyway, because when I'm dancing, even if it's with a man, and my husband has seen me dance many times with men, his expression is not like Destiny's expression was in that video. Again, this is if Destiny was focusing on the dancing and not, like I say, on his work. So let's say if he was focusing on the dancing, I think if he really enjoyed it, because normally, I mean, I was not even there. I'm watching on the video and I was enjoying it. I was smiling. He did not smile once. There was no joy in his face. None whatsoever. Only sadness. So who knows? Like I said, I gave 3 options. Everyone had their own reason for thinking whatever they did. But just to end this, I highly recommend you go and watch Abba and Peach's video, because especially for us dancers, sometimes we forget why we dance. He will remind you why we dance. So hope you enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, comment, dislike. Cheers.